Welcome back to the Daily Taoist with Will Nemo. We are talking about the Tao Te Ching and how to get back into spirit and alignment with the way. Today, I'll be talking about the 19th verse, living without attachment. Give up sainthood. Renounce wisdom, and it will be 100 times better for everyone. Throw away morality and justice, and people will do the right thing. Throw away industry and profit, and there will be no thieves. All of these are outward forms alone, and they are not sufficient in themselves. It is more important to see this simplicity, to realize one's true nature, and to cast off selfishness and temper desire. Living without attachment. Upon first reading this 19th verse of the Tao Te Ching, it appears that Lao-Tzu is encouraging you to abandon the highest principles of the Tao, renounce sainthood, wisdom, morality, justice, industry, and profit. Says the great sage, and all will be well. Lao-Tzu tells us that all of these are outward forms alone and are insufficient for living according to the highest way. The first of these categories represents education and the way you look at your sources of learning. This verse advises you to alter your concept of being saintly just because you follow the teachings of an organized religion, and to change your view of self-importance because of degrees you've received from an educational institution. Lao-Tzu gently informs you that it's far more valuable to cultivate your true nature. And as virtually all of the teachings of the Tao, the greatest trust is placed in your accessing the sacred Tao center of yourself. Within you lies a piece of God that instinctively knows what to do and how to be. Trust yourself, Lao-Tzu advises, and re-evaluate the ultimate importance of educational and religious institutions. When you modify how you see them, you'll notice that the true essence of you is 100 times better for everyone. Lao-Tzu might say that a truth is a truth until you organize it, and then it becomes a lie. Why? Because the purpose of the organizations begin to take precedence over that is which is first attempted to keep it in order. Throw away morality and justice, this verse urges, and people will do the right thing. Here, in the second of the outward forms, Lao-Tzu reveals a legal system that takes precedence over your natural internal integrity. When you know that you emerged from an impeccable source of honor and equality, you do not have to rely on a system of justice. Lao-Tzu reminds you that it's very important not to view yourself as relegated to an inferior position because laws of morality tell you who you really are. See yourself centered with the perfection of the Tao, which is your nature, rather than needing to consult a law book, a courtroom, or a judge to determine your ethical standing. These labyrinth systems designed to determine all issues of right and wrong are evidence of our drift away from the simplicity of our inborn nature. The last of the outward forms is the whole world of business. Renounce profit seeking, give up ingenuity, and disregard record keeping, and fees will disappear altogether. Could be one interpretation. Lao-Tzu advises you to stay centered within all-encompassing integrity of the Tao and to release your view of profits and monetary gain as indicators of your level of success. When you see your life through the perspective of the Tao teaching, you'll have no need to hoard large sums of money. Instead, you'll discover the pleasure of serving others in a spirit of endless generosity. Or, as this translation of the Tao Te Ching puts it, you'll cast off selfishness and temper desire. These, then, are the three outward forms: education, justice, and business. You're being encouraged to update how you see reasons for the methods used by and the way well meaning people have taught to value these arenas of life. When you change how you see them, you'll note the simplicity and the sacredness of a higher principle, which will enrich these institutions with the free flowing Tao. You'll realize your own true nature, cast off selfishness, and temper your desire. Be in the world of education, justice, and business, but not of it. And you'll see the inner world where you're centered in the Tao. This is what Lao Tzu is saying to you through me from his 2,500-year-old perch. Observe your relationship to the systems of education, justice, and business. Notice attempts to compartmentalize you. Who are you? Are you independent? Are you dependent on a system of reward and punishment for approval? Do the rules and codes of conduct you follow come from a heart-centered space? Or are they designed to create a label of specialness? Do not fight these institutional pressures or even the fact that they exist. Simply let go of all attachments to them. You are not saintly, a good person because an organization says so, but rather you stay connected to the divinity of your origination. You are not intelligent because of a transcript. You are intelligent. You are intelligence itself, which needs no external confirmation. You are not moral because you obey the laws. You are morality itself because you are the same as what you came from. Choose to see the outward forms as poor substitutions for your true nature, and you'll begin to live without attachment to those forms. You'll see your own inner laws, from which you'll never require codifying. You'll live with freedom and simplicity. Trust first and foremost in yourself. Live without attachment by being generous. Let go of evaluating yourself on the basis of how you've accumulated and what is your financial portfolio. Stop putting a dollar value on all that you have and do. Let go of your need to get a good deal and choose instead to be a being of sharing. You'll be happily surprised by how nice it feels to simply change your belief that you're only successful if you're making money. The less you focus on making a profit, instead shifting your energy to living your purpose in harmony with everyone else, the more money will flow to you and the more opportunities for generosity will be available. The world of institutional pressures is built on endless lists of human made do's and don'ts. Lao Tzu advocates that you discover your heart's true desire, all the while remembering that no one else can tell you what it is. Do the Tao now. Post the following affirmation for your constant attention: I am moral, profitable, and a genius extraordinaire, regardless of what any institutional transcript or bank statement says. Repeat this mantra until it becomes your way of being. You will feel a sense of inner peace as you release the hold that outer forms have on you. This verse is particularly pertinent, um, well, to me and anyone out there who considers themselves a doomer bloomer, right? As somebody who's been in a dark space for a long time and is now trying or now coming to the other side of their hero's journey to the light. Um, it seems to me that the more that you struggle with money or the more importance that you put upon financial gain, the less and less likely you are able to attain it, right? Especially those who grew up without having money, right? Or come from backgrounds or parenthoods where poverty mindset is a thing. Um, this is something I struggle with a lot, guys. Um, my own, my own, my own mental state and my own thoughts around poverty mindset. Um, the thing with the Tao that you have to remember is that there is always enough and there will always be enough, right? And if your cup is full, you need to stop pouring. So once again, we've reached a point technologically on this planet. We've reached a point, morally speaking, on this planet where we do have enough. The problem is that it's not being distributed fairly across the planet. It's something that I think about a lot. It's something that I come back to a lot. And it's honestly the reason why I do what I do. I am not a profit driven or a monetary driven person. I never have been. I've always been driven more by experience and by connecting with others, right? So if you are a daily Taoist like me and you've been absorbing these teachings over the last 18 to 24 months, closer to 5 years for me, remember what he just said, right? You are not an institutional transcript. You are not a bank statement. You are none of those things. You are a divine essence or a divine piece of the Tao Te Ching. You are a part of life, right? The Tao is synonymous with life, right? And we really want to get away from poverty type thoughts or what I call neg source thoughts, right? They go down, right? They go down really quickly. They just go out. Like you just expel them, right? Because they're heavy, they're a heavier thought, right? Positive thoughts are lighter, they float up, right? They feel lighter, right? When you say love versus hate, right? It's a positive, it's more positive vibe, right? Um, my mission here on Earth is quite simple, right? It's it's peace. It's to achieve peace on Earth, right? That's the whole point of all of this. If you have been listening, please follow, like, subscribe on your favorite platform. It's available on Spotify, Apple, Google, and wherever you get your podcast. I am most active on my Twitter account at the Daily Taoist. Um, I am all across the platforms, guys. I have multiple accounts. If you would like to reach out, if you would need some extra help, just get in contact. That's all I can say. As always, guys, I love each and every one of you on this Mandelbrot plane of existence. Namaste from Will Nemo. Cheers.